Hi, I'm Tom Hughes. Thanks for watching Red Wings Channel 6. Jay McCleary is a sustainability volunteer, and today we're going to talk about energy audits.
Home energy audits.
Oh, home energy audits. What does that mean?
Well, basically, we have a program right now through a partnership with Xcel Energy that's available to any residential homeowner in Red Wing. And what it amounts to is it's called an enhanced audit, and that means that you get two pieces to Xcel Energy's audit program. One is a home energy squad visit, and then the second one is the enhanced part, which means you get an actual technical engineer that comes to your home and checks things like insulation and CO2 that might be coming off of your furnace and other areas of your house that are on that more technical side. So you get them both, and it's a program that was put together by Xcel. So if you call in, you get the number and tell them that you're from Red Wing, you get a special deal on the whole thing.
And why do I want to do this?
Because you will, without a doubt, save energy consumption both on electricity and natural gas. Whether or not you take advantage of the things that are done that day, and those things, I've got some examples here that I did. I went ahead, my wife and I had this program done to our home.
Do they come in with machines, or what do they do?
Yes, one individual comes in with what's called a blower door. And with the blower door, they hook it onto your front door or back door, whichever one fits the profile the best. And they actually put a negative pressure into your home so that what they can tell then is they use an infrared heat sensor around your windows, around your doors, and it's very technical. But if you have bad insulation, if you have bad weather stripping, if you need
big
some
gap
caulking,
under the door like this,
exactly,
yeah.
it's gonna instantly show it on the profile. And for our particular house, our house was in very good shape because energy conservation is something that I'm quite involved in all the time.
You're a caulk master, right?
But I wanted to make sure, and so I brought them to our house. And right away, one of the things that they found out was that on my front door, the weather stripping on the top and about halfway down was really good. But from there down, it was terrible. Over the years, it had settled out, and just the slamming of the door, it gets compressed and it's not sealing the way it should. So the home energy guy walked right out to his van, got a brand new set of weather strip for my door, did the whole thing right on the spot, and then he continued to go around my house, and everybody's familiar with the old incandescent light bulb.
Put that over my head and I'll have an idea.
And we all have these in the house. Well, basically, they went around, and every single one of these in our house they found, they changed it out to the new modern day LED.
And everybody knows you go to the store, oh my gosh, they're expensive.
They're very expensive.
Yep, okay? But they're worth it, correct?
They are worth it. Now, what I want to make sure that people realize is if you have the CFL, this curlicue kind, they won't replace those because they're fairly efficient for
but
far
these
as
are
energy.
better, right?
But these are better.
Really?
So
I don't know if I've even seen those yet.
They're giving you the latest and greatest technology and the one that's going to save you the most money. And again, this is another style. I took this out of the fixture this morning when I came here. This is also an LED bulb.
Okay.
So if you've got those kind of fixtures in a house, they go through and they change all of these kind of things.
And it's a different light, isn't it? More of a white light
It's
rather
more
than
of a white,
yellow?
Yeah, more of a pure light.
Okay.
Yep. And then the last thing we can talk about too that they did for us was in our shower. They came in.
I thought that was a light bulb.
Yeah, it's a shower head. It's a nice shower head that's got many settings on it. And we had just a regular shower head that's been in our house for many, many years. But this is a low flow shower head. So it conserves water.
Oh, sure. Yep.
And so we said.
But it compresses the water, I guess, and squirts out faster?
Yeah. And so you get plenty of volume, plenty of water when again, that's one of the things I wanted to make sure was I didn't want to tell people to do this and then have them mad at me because their shower didn't work.
It's dribbling out, yeah.
But no, it works really well. So I took this off the head this morning too, and we'll put it back on. But it saves.
You got to go back and reassemble your house.
But it saves quite a bit of water usage, which is a great thing.
Oh yeah, it feels like a regular shower head.
Sure.
Okay.
And there's
nice.
nothing special about it. Yep. But the best news about this whole program is yes, it cost me $100 for them to come to my house. Okay, and with that $100, we got the blower door. We've got the guy checking my furnace to make sure that that's safe for anybody who's in our house. We've got them up in the attic space checking our insulation. We've got them, going all through the home and taking care of these things.
Do they vacuum while they're there?
No, that was left to up when we were done. But out of curiosity, when they left after changing all of the different things out and the insulation and so on and so forth, we were curious, so we counted the number of light bulbs and the various different kinds of light bulbs, and we went right to the Menards ad, and we added it up. And when it was all done, they had replaced or changed out an equivalent to $135 worth of things in my home.
So it's $100, but you save $30 naturally.
Well, yeah, and that doesn't include the labor of them doing it. I didn't put any of these in. The man had his own ladder, and he climbed up in the rafters of the garage and changed out the light bulbs in the garage and down in the basement. He did all of it.
So where will they go and do this?
They will do this anywhere on a residential home in Red Wing, and the surrounding area.
City too?
No, because
no Wisconsin.
No Wisconsin.
Oh my gosh.
They won't go across. But if your address is Red Wing, you're okay. I personally, I live in Featherstone Township, but my address is Red Wing.
So you're right on the edge.
And so we were right on the edge, and they came out and they did a wonderful job. It was an absolute great experience. And part of this is that I also want to make people aware of. Again, I mentioned earlier that I'm pretty aware of how to make my house as energy efficient as I can. Within 2 hours after they left our home, that all this information they're constantly putting into a computer, and then basically when they get done, they just basically verify that all the information is correct, and they send you a report.
Wow.
Comes right
email
to
it?
Email it to you, right to your email.
That's nice.
With the recommendations of what you should do and the best way to save additional money, and so on and so forth with your home. And they give you a home rating on a scale of 1 to 100. Well, our home came out at 98 out of 100.
Good for you.
And that's one of the highest ratings. And again, that's me
Well,
over the years.
You should feel proud, though. You get a gold star, yeah.
Yep, I do that. But at the same time, at a 98 out of 100, we got $130 worth of free items. Well, I'd already replaced a lot of my light bulbs to the CFLs. I'd already done what I thought was a good job on around my doors and putting on the insulation that I needed.
So the average home, they can probably go kind of crazy in there, right?
The average home is going to be bigger and better savings than I had. So from my perspective, after going through this process, I really can't see how anybody could go wrong because yes, you do have to pay $100 up front.
And you have to write them a check right there?
A portion of it, $40. It was a payment right there.
Okay.
And that was to the Home Energy Squad. And then the other $60 is just XL puts that on your energy bill.
Your bill. Oh, nice. Well, that's pretty convenient.
So on the day that they show up, you need $40 cash or a check for them. And then again, when they walk out the door, you've got all of these things that they put in your house. Now, yes, it was $130 worth of product, but now when they left, I'm also starting to reduce more energy savings in my home. So every month from there on out, you'll save more money. You'll save money, and you have a better home for it. And as I said, then you've got kind of a game plan set forth if you're going to move forward and say, okay, we'd like to do some improvements to our home. Which ones are best? Well, that's what that report's going to tell you. Start with this one, then move to this one.
And it's pretty easy to read?
Very, very, very simple.
How do we get a hold of them?
Go to the City of Red Wing website.
Okay.
And you'll find a little tab, and I've got it's on my shirt.
Okay.
And we're a group in here called the Green Energy Squad. And if you click on that button, you're going to find two tracks that you can do. One's the residential track, and one is the commercial track. So for the Home Energy Squad audit, just look right down on the residential track, and you'll find a telephone number to call. Or the other thing too, you can go to the Excel Energy website because it's right on there too.
Oh, sure.
So the best way is to use the internet a little bit, and I'll also tell
have your
everybody,
grandchildren or your children help you if you can't figure out how to do it. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I'll put this out because Tom introduced me as a sustainability volunteer. I do this stuff because I enjoy it, because I think it's good for the environment and good for our community to continue these efforts. So the other option that I'll give everybody who sees this is if you're a little apprehensive and you don't want to mess on the internet, 651-764-4074. That's my cell phone number.
Okay.
You can call me. We'll have a conversation on the phone, or I'll be more than happy to stop over and we can have a conversation, and I'll help walk you through any of the process.
Because I think some people are a little, I don't know, letting people into my house.
Exactly. We're going to let strangers into our home. Well, and I agree with that.
They'll send a report to the federal government, and it's nothing like that. Right?
No, nothing at all. They come to your home.
They're just trying to help.
And they're going to pull in your driveway with a van that clearly states Home Energy Squad. So you're going to know it's the right people that are coming to your house. But again, if you're a little apprehensive and you just want to have a more of a conversation, by all means, give me a call,
Okay.
and I'll be more than happy to help or just have a conversation with anybody who calls.
Good news for us. Thanks.
Thank you.
Jay McCleary, he is the Sustainability Volunteer, and I'm Tom Hughes. Thanks for watching Red Wings Channel 6.